In today's market, sustainability is no longer a buzzword, it is a new business language. Welcome to your strategic guide to decoding the acronyms that are defining modern business. We often find ourselves in an alphabet soup of ambition. While terms like ESG, GRI, and CSRD are critical for investor relations and strategy, their relationships can be confusing. Today, we move from the why to the how. To find clarity, we organize the landscape into 4 thematic clusters, guiding principles that define your strategic direction. The reporting ecosystem of standards and regulations, core metrics to quantify your impact, and assessment tools for detailed analysis. Strategy begins with your guiding principles. ESG provides the lens through which investors assess your non-financial performance. The SDGs offer a universal UN blueprint for global priorities. Net zero represents the ultimate climate ambition, balancing every emission with a removal. You cannot manage what you do not measure. Greenhouse gases, or GHGs, are the foundation of any climate strategy. To manage them, we categorize them into 3 distinct scopes. Understanding your footprint requires looking at all 3 levels. Scope 1. Your direct emissions from owned sources like factories or vehicles. Scope 2. Indirect emissions from the electricity and heat you purchase. Scope 3. The most complex, all other indirect emissions across your entire value chain, from suppliers to product use. Once you have the data, you must report it transparently. This ecosystem includes standards for what to report, frameworks for how to structure it, platforms for sharing data, and regulations that make disclosure a legal requirement. We use a common language to build trust. GRI is the global standard for comprehensive stakeholder-focused reporting. SASB focuses on industry-specific issues that are financially material to investors. Today, the ISSB is consolidating these bodies to create a global baseline for capital markets. To share this data effectively, we look to TCFD, a framework for disclosing climate-related financial risks and opportunities. CDP, the primary global platform where companies and cities report environmental data to stakeholders. Sustainability is shifting from voluntary to mandatory. The CSRD is now a mandatory law for EU companies, significantly increasing the rigor of disclosure. Meanwhile, ISO standards like 14001 and 14064 provide the gold standard for management and quantification. To prove your claims, you need rigorous analysis. LCA measures a product's impact from cradle to grave. This produces a product carbon footprint, PCF. Finally, an EPD provides a verified document to communicate those environmental credentials to your customers. Watch how it fits together. A company aligns with the SDGs, calculates its scopes 1, 2, and 3 emissions, reports via GRI and SASB to meet CSRD requirements, and finally uses an LCA to prove the sustainability of its flagship product. Fluency in this language is no longer optional, it is the foundation of modern strategy. Understanding these concepts is critical for investor disclosure, access to capital, and global compliance. Master this lexicon, and lead with confidence in the sustainable economy.